Good morning, I'm Kristen Bean. The rain has stopped for now, but the ground is going to take a while to dry out. What this could mean for farmers and your grocery bill.
Good morning, I'm Bob Montgomery. Transforming what many consider a big eyesore in South Bend. We're learning about new changes coming to the west side corridors, those main stretches leading in and out of the city.
They don't want to be forced into a bathroom. They don't want to be forced into someplace where you wouldn't go and you wouldn't feel comfortable.
How do you feel about women breastfeeding in public? Good morning, I'm Leanne Tokars. A new law this morning makes it easier for some area moms to do just that without the risk of being asked to leave. We'll explain.
First, fast, accurate. You're watching WSBT Channel 22 News. First thing in the morning.
It is 6:31, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Carrie can confirm this, that might be something called sunshine, or at least filtered sunshine, as we look at through some haze and some fog.
We're going to have to make sure that is real and that Mark, our photographer, isn't getting a shot from the internet, putting it in front of his camera, right?
Yeah.
That looks nice.
But meteorologically speaking, that is sun, right?
That is sun,
Okay.
and we will see that today. Although some of you may be a little bit later than others because instead of rain this morning, we're talking fog.
Yeah.
Fog.
It has to be something,
There's
right?
some sort of moisture.
Water. Yeah. So outside this morning, that is our big concern is the fog. Now in Mishawaka, this is a shot, and you can obviously see a good distance here on this camera view. You can see at the top of the screen, though, you can see some of that fog, and then you can actually see a little sliver where you can see some clear skies. That's the sun coming through and trying to burn off that fog, which I expect to be the case for much of the morning hours. Now, some of you are starting out with not a good view, especially if you're along the lake shore. It is really foggy and hard to see, but that will improve now that the sun is up and going. This is the satellite and radar. It's mainly clear above the fog, believe it or not, so that sun will be working pretty easily today. 62 in Benton Harbor, 64 in Michigan City to start your day, and 68 right now in South Bend. These temperatures look about the same or close to it that we've started the last couple of days, but I do expect temperatures to only climb just a little bit. 70 degrees at lunchtime and 75 for the high today. We do have a slight chance of a shower this afternoon. I'll show you that. That's really not going to be very impressive, and I think if you want to enjoy being outside with the sun, most of today is going to be dry. So I'll have more on that in just a few minutes. Now, even though we are looking at a little bit of a drier forecast, a slightly drier, all that rain in the past few days is creating problems not only for homeowners, but for some local farmers too. WSBT's Kristen Bean is in St. Joseph County. Now, Kristen, a lot of rain isn't necessarily a good thing for crops.
Yeah, that's right. Take a look at where I'm standing. I'm standing in a field that is a muddy mess. And if you look down the dirt path here this morning, you can see there's more puddles behind me. I am sure there are more puddles in this field as well. We're standing in front of a cornfield. It is going to cause problems for farmers. A, they're not going to be able to get their machinery into the fields, but also it makes it more likely that crops could suffer from disease or mold, and that could eventually mean higher prices for you at the grocery store. There are a lot of things that farmers can control. Mother Nature, unfortunately, not one of them. And this past week has been really wet, and that's causing problems for farmers like Chad Zahner. He farms near Wakarusa. He grows corn and soybeans and wheat. The water has oversaturated his corn crop, some of it sitting in puddles. And his other crops are affected as well.
The biggest thing you're starting to see is with these heavy rains and these winds we've been getting, it's starting to lay our wheat down. And you can really see out in the middle of this patch how it's laid on the ground, and that's really going to be hard to harvest.
Now, too much rain means crops are more at risk for disease, mold, and weeds. It's still early in the season, though, but if farmers say if they see yield losses, that will eventually affect us at the grocery store. In St. Joseph County, I'm Kristen Bean, WSBT Channel 22 News.
This short break from the rain should help dry out your yard, but if you're still worried about water seeping into your home, there are several places you can pick up sandbags in St. Joseph County this week. Take a look. Many local fire and street departments are offering them. If you'd like to see this full list once again, head to our website, WSBT.com.